New York, New York. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
Welcome to what should be a spirited contest here tonight between the New York Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
The key for these guys will be using their speed to keep their opponents at bay. They're up against a very aggressive hockey team that tries to intimidate opponents.
Now we're ready to drop the puck for the opening faceoff. The faceoff goes to New York. Rips one! Welch. He passes it to Armstrong. Now it's passed to Malone. One-timer! That's blocked and didn't get through. And it's touched for icing. He might have been shaking on that blast, but he made the save.
And that's the bottom line, to keep it out.
We're ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Christensen. Rita. Throws it at the net. Grabbed by Nylander. He passes the puck to Shanahan.
Offside! Okay!
Now it's passed to Yager.
Back!
Wrist shot. He scores! Brendan Shanahan.
Brendan Shanahan has been a terrific scorer in the NHL ever since he broke into the league with the Devils in the late 80s. And we're talking about a guy that's averaged nearly a point a game his entire career.
Pittsburgh is already down by one.
This is exactly what the coaching staff was afraid of. You can't afford to allow early goals.
To Sergei Gonchar. To Gonchar. Shoots the puck. Immonen. Here's Martin Rushinsky, looking for his first shot on net. He passes the puck to Crosby. He shoots! That's blocked by the defender. The Rangers take possession. To Marty Rushinsky. Flurry stoned him cold. He passes it to Crosby. Now it's passed to Pruka. Immonen. One-time shot. Blocked. Immonen. To Crosby, and he's into the attacking zone. He picks off the puck. Immonen. One-timed it. He scores! And that'll give them a 2-goal lead midway through the first.
When the puck finds its way onto this guy's stick, it's usually in the back of the net a short time later. He's always making things happen.
Pittsburgh is now down by 2.
If they can score one before the break, they could still turn things around.
Rips a shot. Christensen gobbles it up. He coughs up the puck. Offside.
And by number 51, Fedor Tiutin.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Christensen won the draw. Rita goes offside and the play is stopped. The puck is about to be dropped. Penguins have won another faceoff. Here's Karl Rakutic. Here's Jaromir Jagr, who has it. Oh, he hit the post! It's cleared by Whitney. And that's icing. Lundqvist did a good job on that last save.
He's definitely in control of his crease.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Christensen. It's turned over to Sikora. Sikora comes in offside. About to drop the puck. Rita. He passes it to Christensen. To Ruutu. Passed ahead to Sikora. To Straka. New York scoops it up to Michael Roosevelt. Shoots the puck. Jumped on by Orpik. Rita, and he carries it to center. Passed over to Christensen. Now over to Ruutu. One-time shot. Rita to Christensen. Saved by Lundqvist.
You got time.
Here come the Rangers. They're dominating this game with attack after attack. Lundqvist made the big glove save. Puck grabbed by Shanahan. He coughs it up. Up to Armstrong. Here's Jaromir Jagr, looking for his first shot on net to Nylander. Fires from the right, and he whistled it wide of the net over to Ozolich. Fleury made the brilliant save to Armstrong. Up through center. They're into the attacking zone. One-timer behind the net. Shots are 7-5 for New York. To Malone. To Armstrong. From behind the net. There goes the horn as the period comes to an end. 2-0 the score as we head to the break. New York is up 2-0 as the second period gets started. We're ready for the face-off. Here's Michael Nylander to Shanahan. Now it's passed to Jagr. Fleury denies him. Shoots it quickly. Rakunik finds it. He passes it to Jagr, and he takes it into the neutral zone. To Brendan Shanahan. Hard shot. That's blocked.
Clear it, offside.
Shanahan takes control.
Clear the zone, outside.
Here's Sandis Ozolich. He dumped it in. And he passes it to Armstrong. To Crosby. Passed ahead to Nylander. One-timer! He misses! Turned aside by Fleury. Pittsburgh takes over. Quick up to Christensen. He gave it away to Kasparaitis. He turned the puck over. Through center. Up to Ruutu. Now he just gains center and dumps the puck in. Behind the net. Ahead to Rucinski. Intercepted. Whitaker dumped it in. Now he passes the puck to Rucinski. It's turned over in the neutral zone. Whitaker dumps it. And a quick pass up to Pruka.
Got time. Yep. Side.
Now it's passed to Ruutu. Over to Christensen. Shoots the puck. Tutin. He passes it to Rucinski. Now it's passed to Pruka. He's over the blue line in on the attack. He shoots! That's blocked and didn't get through. Passed ahead to Ruutu. Rita. Fired it from along the boards. Here's Brooks Orpik. Hawk dumped the puck in. To Straka. One-time shot. Here's Peter Sikora. Hawk. To Straka. To Tadicek. Shoots the puck. Hawk. He passes the puck to Straka. Backhander. He goes wide. Cullen. Delayed call. To Straka. Sarovi gets called for holding. He
held him up, and the official got him for it. Now his team will have to do without his services.
Oh, you can see that the coach doesn't like that call at all, and he's going to have a word with the official. New York will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. To Karl Rakunik. Front of the net. To Warpin. Here's Sandis Oslunch to Nylander. Here's Brendan Shanahan, who's already got a point tonight with the game's first goal. We're down to 2 minutes to go in this second period. To Nylander. The shots are 9-7 for New York. He steals the puck. Now he's just cleared the puck. Puck grabbed by Oslunch. And that ends the second period. It's 2-0 as we head to the break. Pittsburgh couldn't manage to chip away at that 2-goal deficit in the second, and now they face a real uphill battle in this third.
Well, you're exactly right, Jim. They have their work cut out for them here.
The Penguins have possession and start out of their own zone. They're in over the... He scores for a huge lead early in the third period.
Some guys like to finesse the puck, but this guy's like a closing pitcher. It's all about the heat.
They're just not playing hockey as a team.
Jim, this one looks like boys against men out there.
Karl Rakunik by number 92, Michael Nylander.
Here's Brendan Shanahan. He's had got a shot. Blocked. Here's Ryan Malone. His hands are dirty. He's had a good hard-working game. The ref indicates a delayed call. To Sergei Gonchar. Now again to Gonchar. One-time shot. Pittsburgh takes possession. He keeps stopping the puck. He gets called for hooking.
Now, he's not thrilled with the penalty call, but he's only got himself to blame.
Pittsburgh is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
Fire over post! And Fleury makes a nice save. Here's Colby Armstrong. To Leclerc. Here's Colby Armstrong at center. They're over the blue line in on the attack. One time from the slot. Hawk, he clears it down the ice. Straka into the slot. Here's Straka. He clears it out of the zone. The Penguins take over the puck. Shoots the puck from the slot. Here's Brooks Orpik. To Christensen. To Ruutu. Here's Michael Roosevelt. He cleared it down the ice. Pittsburgh is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. To Christensen. Intercepted in the neutral zone. Hossa. There's a quick shot. Penguins take possession. Rita. Now he's over the blue line on the attack. Shot on net from the slot. Here's Karl Rakunik. Out comes Brendan Shanahan. Here's Karl Rakunik. What a gritty performance he's put on.
Plays like that, Jim, can drive the coaching staff crazy.
The official was right there, and the call's been made. You can see that the coach isn't very happy about this call at all. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Pittsburgh. Here's Brendan Shanahan. He's had a good, hard-working blue-collar game. Goes behind his net. To Welch. Now it's passed to Leclerc. Again to Leclerc. Up the boards. Rakunik cleared it out. Corralled by Pittsburgh. To Leclerc. Shot turned aside by Lundqvist. Roosevelt clears it out. Straka takes possession of the puck. He gets stapled by Gonchar. To Armstrong. To Armstrong. In he comes. He intercepts the puck. Roosevelt clears it. Down to the final 2 minutes of this third period. Pittsburgh is now 0 for 2 on the power play. Ahead to Leclerc. Now he shoots the puck in. Under a minute to go in the third. To Straka. Husa. Shot from the slot. Puck picked up by Christensen. Rita. To Rutu. He gives it away. Delayed penalty coming up. Christensen will get the gate for hooking.
Take a look at the replay, and it's crystal clear what happened. Keep your eye on his stick.
New York has one power play goal already, and they'll get a second opportunity here. Shots are even up, 13-13. And that's offside. Lundqvist made a great stop there.
He's really coming through on this penalty kill.
The puck is about to be dropped. Grushinski. He's over the line and on the attack. Malone dumped it. To Marty Rushinski. Shots are even up, 13-13. Over to Prutka. Now it's passed to Rushinski. Less than 10 seconds to go in the third. Immonen. There's a minute gone by on this current man advantage, and they haven't been able to muster up a whole lot of offense.
Well, they have to start spreading out, getting the puck to the point, and firing the puck on goal.
It's all over. The Penguins lost this game. The final score, 3-0. Tonight's 3 stars of the game are presented by Dodge. Check out the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Grab life by the horns.
Rangers number 92, Michael Nylander. Tonight's second star for New York Rangers number 68, Norris. And tonight's first star, New York Rangers number 14, Brendan Shanahan.
From New York City and for EA Sports, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson. Have a great one.
Ontario, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
And here we are for a classic showdown between the Ottawa Senators and the Calgary Flames.
The key for these guys will be using their speed to keep their opponents at bay.
All right, now let's get down to center ice for the opening faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Flames. Calgary takes possession. They're over the blue line and on the attack. A penalty has been called. He gets called for holding.
So many penalties are the result of a sloppy play.
You mean the player's out of position?
Exactly. And to stop his man, he had to take the penalty.
Ottawa will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. Quick shot, blocked to Neal. Fisher grabs the puck to Peter Schaefer, and he's over the blue line on the attack. He picks off the puck. Now, finally, he's been able to clear the puck. Fisher to Phillips. The ref indicates a delayed call to Neal. Yell will get the gate for hooking.
Now, is that a penalty, or is it just part of the game? I think sometimes you have to let the players play.
You can see the coach isn't crazy about that call at all, so he's going to have a word with the official. Calgary is up against it. With another player in the box, their situation's gone from bad to worse.
They'll need to play some inspired defense for the next few minutes.
Delayed call. Outstart the Flames. They're in over the blue line on the attack. He's getting called for high sticking.
I think he's a little surprised at getting the 2-minute minor.
Ottawa, still with an extra man, but with only 4 players on the ice, there's lots of room.
At times like this, speed counts. They need to move fast in order to make their man advantage pay off.
To Fisher. Shot it! Great save, Kiprasov! To Lundmark. Hasek moves out of the goal to play the puck. Here's Schaefer, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. Ference clears it out. Iginla evens things up at 4 skaters apiece because his penalty is now history. To Peter Schaefer. Lundmark to Jerome Iginla, and he moves it into the attacking zone. Quick shot! He scores! Jerome Iginla!
Jerome Iginla never ever stops working. He plays every shift like it's his last, and that goal is a just reward for this 2-time Rocket Richard Trophy winner.
Calgary has managed to grab a quick lead. Does that give them a bit of a psychological edge?
It can. You'll always get a lift when you set the tone of the game early on.
Takes the shot. Grabbed by Calgary. Yell comes out of the box, putting his team on the power play. He steals the puck.
Offside.
Lombardi offside. The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to the Flames, to Kobasu. Keatley has seen his penalty expire, meaning his team's no longer shorthanded. Hasek hangs on for the whistle. Now here we have a kid who really thinks the game well, wouldn't you say, Craig?
Well, no question. He's shown that he has the great skill, but it's his ability to make smart plays that's really impressive.
Into the slot. Delayed penalty coming up. He gets called for hooking.
It's good to play with an edge, but if you go too far, you'll get the penalty.
Ottawa gets another 2-minute power play. Let's see if they can generate a few more chances this time. Ottawa wins another faceoff. Calgary takes possession. It's cleared by Giordano. The goaltender moves out of his net to play the puck. Ritchie, backhand shot from the slot.
Offside.
Jumped on
Offside.
by Calgary. Dumped in by Hulse. Here's Daniel Alfredson, looking for his first shot on net.
Offside.
Here's Andre Mazzaros to Spezza.
Point.
Front of the net. Oh, he hit the post. Kiprasov. He scores! Danny Heatley has knotted this up.
One look at Heatley's smile, and you can tell he just loves this game. When you see that missing tooth or two, it's also clear he's not afraid to go into high-traffic areas to get some goals.
The faceoff goes to the Senators. Ottawa gets a hold of it, shoots the puck. Vermette Calgary has it. Passed ahead to Vermette. He coughs up the puck. The ref indicates a delayed call. Schubert will get the gate for tripping. Not the strongest tug in the world.
It doesn't matter, though. You should never be allowed to trip a guy.
Calgary will get a second chance on the power play here. Face-off won by Lenko. Here's Andre Mazzaros. He's behind the net waiting for his mates to get set up. Pass up to Lenko. That's offside. The ref is signaling for the face-off. The face-off goes to Ottawa. Puck cleared out by Barada. Puck grabbed by Aginla to Fanuc. To Tanguay. To Jerome Aginla. He scores on himself.
Oh boy, that could be so deflating to his team. You never like to give up a freebie to the other guys.
Face-off won by Lenko.
Scored on the power play.
Shoots the puck from the right. That one's sent wide of the goal. Delayed call. Spezza gets called for high sticking.
A dangerous play, and from this angle, it looks even worse.
Hopefully that'll bring the temperature down a few degrees. Calgary has converted once already, and they're getting another power play chance here. Calgary wins another face-off. Redden.
2 minutes.
The horn signals the end of the first. 2-1 the score. Ottawa is trailing 2-1 as the second period begins. We're ready for the face-off. Vermette won the draw. It's corralled by Lombardi. Shot! Blocked. Here's Anton Volchenkov. He clears it. It's picked up by Fanuc. Shoots it. Puck jumped on by Vermette. He keeps stopping the puck to Vermette. He gets dropped. Corralled by Barada. To Vermette. Here's Jerome Aginla. He's a +1 in this game. There's a minute gone by on this current man advantage, and they haven't been able to muster. Ooh, shot! To Jerome Aginla. Down into the corner. Here's Roman Hammerlick. Lombardi. Here's Alex Tanguay, who has the go-ahead marker in this game. To Regier. Regier goes offside, and the play is stopped. Neither team's doing much offensively in this one.
You can't win if you don't get pucks to the net. And right now, nobody's doing a very good job of that.
The faceoff goes to the Flames. Here's Andrew Ferris. This team can't stay onside.
His fillings are going to with that big one. Found it.
They're getting ready for the face-off. Flames are winning all the draws. Calgary couldn't strike with a man advantage. Now they're 1 for 3 in the game. Kelly shoots the puck. Kelly Kiprasov turned the shot away.
Offside, offside. No.
Here's Andre Mazzaros. Hasek hangs on for the whistle. When we talk about playmakers, this guy sees the ice so well, he has a real knack for finding the open man.
Jim, with him, you just go to the net with your stick on the ice, and you know he'll put it on your tape.
Fisher to Peter Schaefer.
He scores! The release on that shot is so quick. The goalie barely had time to react to the shot. Nice goal.
About to drop the puck. Ottawa wins another faceoff.
Number 25, Chris Neal, assisted by number 27, Peter
To Redden.
and by number 12, Mike Fisher.
To McCarty. He moves it out. To Danny Heatley, who played college hockey with the Wisconsin Badgers. Now it's passed to Spezza. He scores! Midway through the second period, they've taken the lead.
I'm telling you, Heatley's coaches would love to see this guy shoot a little more. If he was slightly more selfish, there's no doubt he'd be a 50-goal scorer in this league.
Down by 1 halfway through the second. Time is slipping away now.
And don't think they're not aware of it either. They're glancing at the clock at every chance.
15, Danny Heatley.
He turned the puck over.
Assisted by number 19, Jason Spezza, and by number 11, Daniel Alfredson.
He passes the puck to Iginla. He picks off the puck, and he passes the puck to Volchenkov. To Vermette. He moves it into the attacking zone. Slaps it. It's taken by Vermette. Fires it. He scores!
The goalie didn't have a hope on that shot. That one was by him before he had any hope to set up.
Face-off won by Spezza. Here's Cale Hulse. He moves the puck into the neutral zone. Ritchie fired it. Hasek made the save. Here's Danny Heatley, a big part of his team's great game tonight. Hip check. Grabbed by Hulse. He passes it to Yell. Now it's passed to Heatley. Kiprasov makes the save. Hulse clears it safely out.
Yes.
And that's icing. Now, I wouldn't want to get in this guy's way.
No, he strikes fear into opponents whenever he jumps over the boards. They have to be aware of him at all times. He'll be staring at the rafters.
Ritchie won the draw. Delayed penalty coming up. The Flames have possession and start out of their own zone. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. He's getting called for holding.
I probably wouldn't have called that one. Sometimes you have to let the players settle things amongst themselves.
It's pretty obvious he's not happy about this call and he's having a word with the official. Calgary has the one power play goal so far, and now they'll get another shot here.
Ottawa penalty.
Quick shot, he misses. Hammerlick takes possession of the puck.
Oh, he hit the post!
In the second period.
Offside. This guy doesn't give shooters much when he goes down, does he?
No, he gets awful big in goal. He can still be beat, but it has to be a perfect shot. That's the challenge against him.
Over to Kobasu. Now over to Ferris. That wraps up the second period with the score 4-2 as we head to the break. Ottawa is really playing with confidence now after scoring 3 straight. They now lead this game 4-2.
Well, once they tied it up, you could see them start to roll. Let's see if they can continue that in the third.
Vermette won the draw. Schubert cleared it down the ice. It's taken by Phaneuf to Tanguay. He gives it away. Lombardi. Here's Jerome McGinley. He's had a good, hard-working, blue-collar game. There's a quick shot from behind the net. Schubert clears it. Here's Roman Hammerling. Lombardi. Here's Alex Tanguay. His hands are dirty. He's had a good, hard-working game. The ref indicates a delayed call. Here's Jerome McGinley. What a gritty performance he's put on. Vermette will get the gate for high sticking. Calgary fails to convert on that power play. They're now 1 for 4 on the night.
You bring up your stick, it's a penalty. It doesn't get much simpler than that.
Calgary has enjoyed limited success on the power play in this one.
Well, Jim, they do have 1 goal on 4 chances. Now let's see if they can add another one to that total.
2 minutes for high sticking.
To Mazzaros. He scores! Brian McGrattan!
Short-handed goals can be backbreakers. Teams just don't expect to give up goals when they have the man advantage.
Ottawa wins another faceoff.
Number 16, Brian McGrattan.
Now there's going to be a fight.
The gloves are off and it's on.
It was close, but I think he pulled it out.
Well, both guys had their moments, but he barely gets the edge.
The puck is about to be dropped. Ottawa wins another faceoff.
Brian McGrattan, a 5-minute lead.
Passed over to Corvo.
Calgary penalty to number 25, Darren McCarty, a 5-minute lead.
Into the corner he goes.
And 2 minutes for instigator.
To Damon Lanko. Fired hard from the left. Here's Damon Lanko. Yet another stop. Yell. He passes it to Schaefer. Backhand shot. Easily stopped by Kiprusoff. Kiprusoff gets himself in the way of the backhander.
Jim, you can't ask much more from your goalie. He really came up big on that one.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Flames. They move it out. And it's moved into the attacking zone. Hasek made the save. He passes the puck to Spezza, and he takes it into the neutral zone. Here's Danny Heatley. A shot! Pretty nice glove save by Kiprusoff. Lombardi in front. Pass up to Spezza. Regier sees his penalty expire and jumps back on the ice. Here's Alex Tanguay, who's got a goal in this game. Calgary takes possession in behind. Here's Danny Heatley, a big part of his team's great game tonight. One-timer! The Flames take possession of the puck. To Vermette, fired the puck just wide of the net. To Robin Regier. Quick shot on target. He scores! Maybe too little too late, but they're within two.
I wonder if any of our viewers out there are aware that Regier was born in the hockey hotbed of Brazil.
Face-off won by Vermette. Ottawa grabbed it. Shot the puck. Turned aside by Kiprusov. He passes the puck to Ferris. To Kobasu. Passed over to Vermette. Now it's passed to Verada. He scores! Patrick Eaves!
His stick flexes so much as he loads that shot up. When he lets it fly, it just explodes off his blade.
I think you can safely say this game is over.
Jim, they just didn't bring their A game tonight, and you can't do that in this league and get away with it.
He gets checked by Spezza to Alfredson, and it's moved out to center ice. Down to the final 2 minutes of the third period. Ahead to Iginla. Now passed over to Tanguay. Less than a minute to go in this third period. Over to Iginla. Now it's passed to Spezza. He moves the puck into the neutral zone. Shoots it! Quickly another shot. Giordano. And they get called for icing. Calgary needs to get something going here.
Well, Jim, how about getting a few shots on goal? That'd be a good start. They've been reluctant to shoot the puck. That's not how you battle back.
To Hulse. Now he carries it to center. He passes it to Yell. Quick shot. Hasek the save. It's grabbed by Phillips. To Neal. Giordano to Stefan Yell.
Offside.
Shot the puck just wide of the goal. Ottawa jumps on it to Chris Phillips. To Peter Schaefer. He's into the attacking zone. And so ends another chapter in the great book of hockey. Calgary takes the loss and sees their winning streak come to an end. After they finish up down at ice level, we'll present the 3 stars of the game. Brought to you by the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Dodge reminds you to grab life by the horns.
Tonight's second star, Ottawa number 20, Antoine Vermette. Tonight's first star for Ottawa, number 15, Danny Heatley.
From Canada, Ontario, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
Until next time, take care.
Goodbye. The Continental Airlines Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
And here we are for a classic showdown between the New Jersey Devils and the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is an exciting matchup. We've got two great passing teams head. Now we're ready to drop the puck for the opening faceoff. Faceoff won by Sundin. Rafalski. Here's Breland. Delayed penalty coming up. McCabe gets called for elbowing.
No question about it. Just look at where his elbow comes up. Now, if I were the other player, I wouldn't be happy about this one.
New Jersey is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
To Langenbrunner. Now it's passed to Gomez. Again to Langenbrunner. One-time shot. And the Devils take possession. Tellqvist turned the shot aside. Hard on net from the left. Taken by Martin. He passes it to Madden. Halfway through this man advantage, and they're certainly getting their fair share of shots on goal.
While the chances are there, they just need to finish a little bit better.
To Gomez. Now it's passed to Madden. Here's Martin. To Gomez. One-timer. Behind the net.
Outside, clear it. Okay.
Here's Breland. Here's Patrick Elias, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. New Jersey is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. To McCabe, front of the net. Quickly an undershot. There's a penalty coming up. He's getting called for tripping.
Now that call's a little borderline. He could have let that one go.
And you can see the coach is having a word with the official about that last call. Toronto will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. It's cleared by Albaline. Kolyakovo. Lindros. To Panikarovsky. In front. To Panikarovsky. Lindros shoots the puck. Albaline. He clears it down the ice. Jumped off by Toronto. Quick up to Panikarovsky. We've reached the midway mark of the penalty, and they haven't been able to generate a whole lot of anything with a man advantage.
Jim, it looks like...
Oh, shot! Tellqvist turned the shot away. Grabbed by Toronto. To Alexei Panikarovsky. Shoots the puck. Here's Viktor Kozlov looking for his first shot on net. He dumps the puck in. And he passes it over to McCabe. Toronto is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. There's a quick shot. Missed the net. Here's Brian McCabe. Here's Brian Rafalski. Rasmussen. Now it's passed to Pandolfo. Over to Cleve. Now it's passed to Cleve. The ref indicates a delayed call. Easy stop for Brodeur. Pandolfo will get the gate for high sticking.
High sticking could mean serious injuries, and you bet the officials are going to come down hard on that play.
Toronto will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. The faceoff goes to the Maple Leafs. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first period. It goes wide. Puck corralled by Sundin. Allison. Brodeur's got it. Allison to Tucker.
In the first period.
Here's Thomas Caberlet. Here's Matt Sundin. Hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. And that'll do it. The first period draws to an end in a scoreless tie as we head to the break. Toronto is in a scoreless game as this second period gets underway. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Maple Leafs win another faceoff. It's corralled by Parise. He clears it out of the zone. McCabe in control now. He passes it to Coverley. He turned it over. Shoots it. Ooh, off the bar.
Puck possession is so important at this level, and that's why this guy's such a valuable asset to his team. He's great at winning faceoffs.
Money in the bank on the draw, I'd say. The Maple Leafs win another faceoff. Passed over to O'Neill. Shoots the puck from the left. Roger denies him. Telkvist moves out of the goal to play the puck. Now he passes it ahead to Panikarovsky. Shoots the puck. Koliakovo. Toronto is now 0 for 2 on the power play. Dumped in by Panikarovsky. Breland beats out the icing call. Intercepted behind the net. Quick up to O'Neill. Now he'll move the puck into the neutral zone. He brings it over the line. Shoots the puck. Pass up to Breland. Now he takes it into the neutral zone. And he hangs on for a faceoff. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Sundin. He intercepts the pass. Take it up. Here's Martin. He dumps the puck in. And he passes it ahead to Tucker. He intercepts it. Fires it from the slot. McCabe to Matt Sundin. Now over to Tucker. To Langenbrunner. He picked it off to Tucker. New Jersey takes possession. It's cleared by Malahoff. New Jersey wins the race and beats out the icing call. He steals the pass. He passes it to Madden. Cranks it. Telkvist made the save. From behind the net, Kilger. Over center. White. He passes the puck to McGillney. Kilger. Suglobov, and he moves the puck into the neutral zone. Now he just dumps the puck in. He gave it away. Quick shot. Another shot. He stopped him again. White to Kozlov. Wellwood, Kilger. Now it's passed to White. One-timed it from behind the net. Passed ahead to Kozlov. Now it's passed to Albeline. Less than 2 minutes to go in this second period. Pass up to Panikarovsky. Now passed over to O'Neill. Brodeurs got it. Lindros. He passes it to Breland. The horn signals the end of the period. We're still scoreless after 2 as we head to the break. Still no score as we get ready to start the third. About to drop the puck. Shots at 13-6 for Toronto. Quick up to Tucker. Now a quick pass up to Elias. To Rafalski. Now it's passed to Sundin. He carries the puck to center. To McCabe. Backhand shot! Quickly steered aside by Martin Brodeur. He passes the puck to Breland. Into the corner he goes. He shoots! Telkvist made the save. To Matt Sundin. Fires it! That's blocked and didn't get through. Up to Gionta. Shoots the puck! Puck jumped on by Gionta. He intercepted it. Here come the Maple Leafs quickly out of their own zone. To Brian Gionta. Caberlet tried to clear it. Couldn't. To Elias. Sundin turned over. He passes it to Madden. Thunderous hit into the boards. Here's Brian McCabe. Shoots the puck. He scores! Scott Gomez!
I'd love to see him in a skills competition. I think he has one of the hardest shots in the league. Nice goal.
Toronto is starting to feel this one slip away.
They've been matching their opponent move for move. They haven't been able to score. It's got to be a concern.
Quick up to Kozlov. Fires hard. Went just wide of the net. Parise gets it. He passes the puck to McGillney. Kilger out of his own zone to center. Pass up to McGillney. White. Over to Parise. Shoots the puck. Kilger. Down into the corner. Passed ahead to Parise. Now it's passed to McGillney. One-time shot. Kilger. Wellwood takes possession of the puck. Out comes Victor Kozlov. Shoots the puck. He goes wide. New Jersey has it. It's dumped in by White. White, he passes it to Gionta. Pushed aside by Brodeur. Lindros. He scores! Eric Lindros has tied it up.
Regardless of his past injury problems, Lindros is still able to physically intimidate and impose his will at the offensive end of the ice. He's still a great combination of brute strength and skill.
Face-off won by Sundin.
By number 88, Eric Lindros. Assisted
Here's Martin.
by number 23, Alexei Monitorovsky.
He passes the puck to Madden. Now passed over to Langenbrunner. Passed ahead to Tucker. Delayed call. Malakoff gets called for elbowing.
It's good to play with an edge, but if you go too far, you'll get the penalty.
Toronto gets another 2-minute power play. Let's see if they can generate a few more chances this time. Allison, one-timer, and another stop.
The tighter the game, the better this guy plays. We may need extra time to settle this one.
Cleared out by Kozlov. Taken by Toronto. Ahead to Tucker. Now rinked wide to Sundin. Down to the final 2 minutes of this third period. On target from the left. Brodeur covers up for the whistle. Brodeur was solid on that save.
And Jim, he made it look so easy.
We're ready for the face-off. To Tucker. Shoots from the slot. Taken by Albeline. He passes it to McCabe. His power play's now half over, and there certainly have been a lot of chances.
Jim, they're getting the puck on net, but they haven't been able to get to the goaltender. With less than a minute to play, these teams are gearing themselves up for overtime.
Albeline clears it out. Kolyakovo with the puck to Panikarovsky. Now over to O'Neill. He intercepts the puck. He passes the puck to Panikarovsky. The shot from the point. Blocked. It didn't get through. Toronto continues to struggle on the power play. They're now 0 for 3. Over to O'Neill. White to Kozlov. And he brings it to center. Now he's over the blue line on the attack. He intercepts it.
Neither side could put it away in regulation, so we're off to overtime.
The puck is about to be dropped. Maple Leafs win another faceoff. Jumped on by Sundin. Puck cleared out by Cleve. Here's Thomas Caberlet. The shot count is now 20-10 for Toronto. One-time net. Here's Ken Cleve to Rafalski. Out comes Patrick Elias. And he passes it to Caberlet. Now it's passed ahead to Sundin. He's over the blue line and on the attack. Turned aside by Brodeur. In front. Allison shoots the puck from the left. That's it. The Maple Leafs won this game. 2-1 the final score.
Allison's not a strong skater, but he does have fantastic instincts on offense. And sometimes those instincts are more valuable than having great wheels.
After we wrap up at ice level, tonight's 3 stars of the game will be presented by Dodge. Check out the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Grab life by the horns.
Martin Brodeur. Tonight's second star for New Jersey, number 23. 23, Scott Gomez. Tonight's first star, Toronto number 41, Jason Allison.
From the Continental Airlines Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and for EA Sports, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson. Have a great one.
The Savas Center in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
Welcome to what should be a spirited contest here tonight between the St. Louis Blues and the Boston Bruins.
This could be a real seesaw battle. We've got a fast team that uses their speed to press the attack against a disciplined team that excels at winning special teams battles.
I don't get Now we're ready to drop the puck for the opening faceoff. The faceoff goes to Boston. To Brian Leach. To Tkachuk. Here's Zdeno Chara. To Bergeron. One-time shot. He scores! Glenn Murray!
Glenn Murray is a perfect example of a player who knows the value of taking shots. And it's his ability to get a shot off quickly is why he's one of the better snipers in the NHL.
Boston knows that it's never too early to get ahead.
And what a great start they've made. Connecting on a quick goal will always give your confidence a boost.
Good stick there as he poked the puck away. Shoots the puck from deep in the slot. He scores! Marco Sturm!
Marco Sturm is a versatile forward. Everybody knows how quick this guy is on his skates, and sometimes that overshadows how good he is on offense.
Not even 5 minutes in, and they're up by 2.
They're trying to lock this one up early.
To Marco Sturm.
Marco Sturm.
Turned over in the neutral zone. To Chayanik. Thunderous hit into the boards. Stewart takes possession of the puck. Great hands. There's a nice move. Here's Heino. Hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. Shoots the puck. Yet another stop to Boyes, and he takes it into the neutral zone. Here's Dennis Weidman. He passes it to Heino, and he moves the puck into the neutral zone. Saved by Thomas. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle.
You always have to keep your head up. If you don't, that's exactly what happens.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Savard. He carries it to center. It's turned over in the neutral zone, and the play is offside. Murray hasn't put much on the net, but he's scored 1 goal already.
Well, and once you beat a goalie, you can get inside his head. He should start looking for more opportunities to shoot.
About to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to the Blues. Shoots the puck. Here's Brian Leach. He passes the puck to Murray. Shoots! Jackman scooped it up. Here's Doug Waite, who's already got a shot on target. He passes it to Murray. And he's into the attacking zone. To Guerin. Now rink wide to Waite. He intercepted it. He passes the puck to Murray. To Savard. Delayed call. Roach gets called for hooking.
It's good to play with an edge, but if you go too far, you'll get the penalty.
Boston is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early.
He scores! Midway through the first, they're already running away with this.
Patrice Bergeron is going to be scoring goals like that in this league for a long time. From his very first game with the Bruins, you could tell this kid had a knack for putting up points.
Boston are asserting themselves tonight.
Jim, this is a very good all-around showing here. From the crease on out.
Boston goal scored on the power play by number 37, Patrice Bergeron.
Here's Doug Waite. He passes it to Guerin. Now it's passed to Jackman. To Tkachuk. Quick shot! Steered to the corner by Thomas. Fires it! Bakashua reached out for the puck. Out comes Keith Tkachuk. He turned the puck over. Here's Sean Donovan. He's a +1 in this game.
Fire! Oh, he hit the post!
That's offside. The Bruins are one of the fastest skating teams in the league, and as a result, they're a tough team to check.
You're bang on, Jim. They always hit the lines with speed. If you're not ready, they'll fly right past you.
The faceoff goes to the Bruins.
Shoots it! A great deke!
McCammond. The ref indicates a delayed call. Axelson will get the gate for hooking.
Now, he's not thrilled with the penalty call, but he's only got himself to blame.
You can see the coach isn't crazy about that call at all, so he's going to have a word with the official. St. Louis will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. Cleared down the ice by Tanabe. Roach, he passes it to Jackman. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first period. Again to Garrett. Puck is cleared by Lacouture. Puck corralled by Roach. He passes the puck to Garrett. Now it's passed to Waite. That'll do it to end the period. It's 3-0 as we head to the break. St. Louis never seemed to recover after allowing that early goal.
No, they didn't, Jim. But let's see if they can come out with a much better effort to start this second.
The faceoff goes to the Blues. Slaps it. Easy stop for Tim Thomas. Boston takes possession to Barrett Jackman to Waite. Tkachuk. Thomas the save. Taken by Boston. St. Louis finds it from behind the net to Tkachuk. Now he'll just move the puck into the neutral zone. Tkachuk goes offside and the play is stopped. Thomas made a great stop there.
He's really coming through on this penalty kill.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Chianik. Here's Heino. This team can't stay onside. You can't say enough about what this guy adds to the team.
Well, you see so many forwards these days that only play one way, but not this guy. He understands it's just as important to prevent goals as it is to score them.
Pass up to Heino. He scores! Early in the second, they're within 2. A
His stick flexes so much as he loads that shot up. When he lets it fly, it just explodes off his blade.
Yet another face-off win for the Blues to Whiteman.
Dallas Drake, assisted by number 13, Dan Cano.
Here's Marco Sturm.
Number 26, Peter Seguin.
He passes the puck to Drake. Now rink wide to Chianek. One time from the slot. Stewart grabs the puck.
No one's on ya, no one's on ya.
He passes it to Chianek. Bad angle shot. To Drake. Through center. They gain the blue line on the attack. He scores! That's a deuce for him.
Goalies beware. When Marco Sturm is on the ice, he'll take a shot from anywhere at any time. If you're not on your toes, you're going to get beat.
The faceoff goes to the Bruins.
Number 16, Marco Sturm.
Into the corner he goes. They move it into the neutral zone. Blasts it right on to Glenn Murray. Now it's passed to Savard. Shoots the puck. It's corralled by Jackman. He turned the puck over to Murray. Now over to Savard. Passed over to Tkachuk. Now a pass up to Savard. Down into the corner. Pass up to Tkachuk. Now it's passed to Waite. Here's Bill Garrett. From behind the net. Here's Marco Sturm. Oh, shot! Turned aside by Bakashwa to Dan Heino. Here's Dallas Drake, who's got a goal in this game. Turned over. Here's Brad Stewart. Shoots the puck. That's blocked. Saved by Thomas. Mera to Drake. Now passed over to Mera. Here's Marco Sturm. Oop, shot. Saved by Bakashwa. St. Louis takes possession, and he hangs on for a faceoff. So the backhander wouldn't have gone wide had it not changed course in its flight. We're ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by McCammon. Over center. Right in front. To Lacouture. With a blistering shot. He goes wide. We're down to 2 minutes to go in this second period. Stashny picked off McCammon.
Left in the second period.
Now it's passed to Blumack. Shot the puck from in front. From behind the net to Lacouture. Stashny. And the horn signals the end of the period. 4-1 is the score as we head to the break. St. Louis is behind 4-1 as we get started with the third period. The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to Boston. Bergeron scoops it up. Roach. Here's Bill Garrett. His hands are dirty. He's had a good, hard-working game. To Savard. Here's Mark Savard. To Murray. Shoots the puck from the slot. Passed ahead to Jackman. Now passed again to Jackman. Here's Keith Tkachuk. What a gritty performance he's put on. One-timer! He scores! Bill Guerin!
There aren't too many players in the NHL who like to compete more than Bill Guerin. He never backs down in any situation, so it's not surprising when he's rewarded for his hard work with a goal.
Chianik won the draw to Weidman. It's dumped in by McKee. Here's Marco Stern, who has a pair of goals in this game.
By number 7, Keith Tkachuk.
Front of the net. Shoots it quickly. Here's Dallas Drake. He's had a good, hard-working blue-collar game. He passes it to Boyes, and he carries the puck to center ice. Now he passes it to Chianik. One-timer! Here's Dallas Drake. Controls along the boards. To Dallas Drake. Blocked in front of the net to Brad Boyes. Into the corner he goes. To Peter Chianik. Now he moves the puck into the attacking zone. To Drake. In front. It's cleared by Stewart. And it's touched for icing. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Wait, won the draw. Here's Keith Tkachuk. His hands are dirty. He's had a good, hard-working game. Here's Barrett Jackman. Here's Keith Tkachuk. What a gritty performance. Shot! Pretty nice glove saved by Thomas. It's jumped on by Boyes. Here's Sean Donovan. He's had a good, hard-working blue-collar game. Right on! To Savard. He steals the pass. Here's Keith Tkachuk. His hands are dirty. He's had a good, hard-working game. Turned over. At center. Delayed penalty coming up. Into the slot. Saved by Bakashwa. Wait, gets called for high sticking.
His intensity got him into trouble that time.
Boston has one power play goal already, and they'll get a second opportunity here. Face-off won by Savard. Shot the puck from the left. Grabbed by Savard. Chara. To Savard. Here's Patrice Bergeron. Oh, shot! Oh, and he just missed the net. Jumped on by Boston. And another shot. Saved by Bakashwa. Dahlman. He cleared it down the ice. Taken by Leach. To Savard.
Offside! That's good!
Quick shot! Bakashwa stones him! McCammond, he clears it. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the third.
Good time, think about it!
Dahlman dumped it in.
Clear!
And he passes the puck to Boyes. Great poke check. Brewer. Under a minute to go in the third. Puck cleared out by Dahlman. Boston is now 1 for 2 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. The Blues have run out of options.
They need goals, and they need the extra attacker.
Shot the puck. He blocked it. That's a great play. To Tkachuk. He puts the puck into his own net.
He may have trouble sleeping tonight after this play. To put a puck in your own net is painful.
Face-off won by Savard. He passes the puck to Murray. front of the net. To Bill Guerin. The shots are even up 16 apiece. The Blues hold the goalie.
They know that this is their last chance to tie things up. They want to give it their best shot.
Shoots it hard. Over center. Less than 10 seconds to go in the third. It's all over. Boston wins this game and keeps the streak alive. Now, here are tonight's Dodge 3 Stars of the Game, brought to you by the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Grab life by the horns.
St. Louis number 14, Bill Guerin. Tonight's second star, Boston number 16, Marco Stern. Tonight's first star for Boston number 37, Patrice.
From St. Louis, Missouri, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
From all the team here at EA Sports, we'll see you next time.
The XL Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
And here we are for a classic showdown between the Minnesota Wild and the Washington Capitals.
This game will be decided at even strength. These are two teams that play very disciplined hockey and stay out of the box.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see a whole lot of rough stuff tonight unless they drag those inflatable sumo suits from the intermission out here again. Let's get down to center ice for the opening faceoff. Faceoff won by Castles. To Ovechkin. Here's Alexander Ovechkin. To Dinas Zubis. And Fernandez makes a nice save. He intercepts the pass. It's dumped in by Jonsson. To Zubis. Now it's passed to Ovechkin. To Dinas Zubis. Fernandez made the save. He passes it to Ralston, and he moves it to center. Now he's over the blue line on the attack. He steals the puck. A delayed penalty call against Minnesota. Morrison. Quick shot! Ralston gets called for hooking.
Now that call's a little borderline. He could have let that one go.
Washington will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill in that first unit.
Ralston, 2 minutes for obstruction hooking.
To Andrew Castles.
Oh, he hit the post!
Play stops as the puck is shot into the stands. We're ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Beach. Here's Clark. Grabbed by Washington.
You got time, man.
Washington takes possession. Here's Matt Pettinger, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far.
Right.
Shoots! Here's Clark. Beach.
Help!
There's a quick shot. Corralled by Pettinger. Another shot. He scores! That's a power play goal.
That one reminded me of a young Brett Hall. He was in perfect position to rip that one-timer.
Minnesota got their ticket punched on that play.
And how? They're in for a real challenge now.
On the power play by number 18, Matt Pettinger, assisted by number 20.
The ref indicates a delayed call. He's getting called for hooking.
Chris Clark.
Take a look at the replay, and it's crystal clear what happened. Keep your eye on his stick.
It's pretty obvious he's not happy about this call, and he's having a word with the official. Minnesota is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. Builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
To Keith Carney. Now over to Carney. Heward clears it. He gives it away. Radivojevich. Here's Wes Walls looking for his first shot on net. He passes it to Fata, and he's cleared the zone. Jumped on by Minnesota. Washington takes possession of the puck. Ahead to Walls. Radivojevich shot the puck. Washington takes possession. Shoots the puck from the left. Quick up to Ralston. He shoots. Kolzig denies him. Minnesota is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Pass up to Fleischmann.
Inside.
He shoots! He had to be quick there to keep the score close.
Foster.
Back to the point.
Grabbed by Minnesota. He scores late in the first, tie game.
Scoring on the backhand like that is a lost art in this league. It's nice to see a player with the skill to pull it off.
Washington will have to earn this one.
Jim, both these teams have firepower to spare. Expect them to try to run up the score.
Here's White. Hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. He turned the puck over. It's turned over in the neutral zone. Fayou dumps it.
By number 26,
Beach.
Foster.
And up to center ice. Over to Pettinger. Now he moves the puck into the attacking zone. Beach. And the horn signals the end of the first period. We head into the break with the score tied 1-1. Minnesota is tied at 1 as we get ready to start the second.
And Jim, they have all the momentum heading into this period after scoring that late goal.
Foster. Now he brings it to center. A penalty has been called. He gets called for holding.
That's a risky move unless you're certain the ref's not looking.
I'll agree with you on that one. You can see that coach isn't too happy about the call. Washington has one power play goal already, and they'll get a second opportunity here. The faceoff goes to the Capitals. Here's Matt Pettinger. Beach
2 minutes for obstruction holding.
goes behind his net. To Pettinger. Beach. He turned the puck over. Fires one right on. Blocked. It goes wide. Beach. It's cleared out by Janssen. Here's Steve Eminger. He passes it to Pettinger. Here's Steve Eminger to Pettinger. Clark goes offside and the play is stopped. About to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to Washington. Morrison. Here's Dupuis. He dumped it in. And he passes it ahead to Ovechkin. Washington is now 1 for 2 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. To Marian Gaborik. Kolzig gets his stick on it. He passes it rink wide to Zubas. To Ovechkin. He turns the puck over. He passes it to Dupuis. Here's Dupuis. Delayed call. Potier gets called for holding.
He wrapped up the other player, and the ref saw it. That's going to mean some time in the box.
Good call, and play will now continue. Minnesota will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here.
Number 2, Ryan Potier.
To Gaborik. Rifles it from the slot. That's blocked by the defender. Puck grabbed by Foster. He passes the puck to Dimitra. Now a pass up to Ralston. Dumped in by Fleischmann. He passes it to Ralston. To Pavel Dimitra. Here come the Wild. They're having a terrific attack. Majewski cleared it out. Minnesota picked it up. Passed over to Ralston. To Marian Gaborik. Kolzig stopped that. To Heward. To Gaborik. Heward. Minnesota is now 0 for 2 on the power play. Takes the shot. It goes wide. Puck jumped on by Radivojevich to Wes Walls. He gets hammered. Sotheby. Carney dumped it in. Behind the net. Up to Sotheby. Now it's passed to Sotheby. One-time shot. Blocked in front of the net from behind the net to Walls. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Passed over to Bouchard. One-timer. Pushed aside by Kolzig. Shoots the puck. Krepish shoots the puck into the crowd. After 3 seasons as a head coach for Washington's minor league team in the American Hockey League, the man they call Carrot, Glenn Hanlon, finally got his shot as the Capitals head coach in 2003.
Well, Jimmy won AHL Coach of the Year honors in that first season with the Portland Pirates. He improved their season finish from the previous year by 48 points.
Minnesota couldn't break the deadlock in the second and sit tied at 1 heading to the third.
Jim, this one's still anyone's game. Let's see who wants it the most.
Face-off won by Dimitra. Foster. Shots are 7-6 for Washington. Up to Ovechkin. Here's Janssen. He passes it to Dimitra, and he takes it into the neutral zone. To Marian Gaborik. Now a quick pass up to Gaborik. He intercepted it. Here's Alexander Ovechkin. He passes it rink wide to Dimitra. To Ovechkin. Janssen clears it safely away. Taken by Potier. He turned the puck over to Pavel Dimitra. Delayed penalty coming up. Morrison will get the gate for tripping.
Up and over. The call is tripping, and it'll mean some time in the penalty box.
Minnesota gets another 2-minute power play. Let's see if they can generate a few more chances this time. One-time shot. He scored!
2 minutes for triple.
Now that's why this guy sees time on the power play. He's got great offensive skills, has the ability to finish his scoring chances.
Here's Wes Walls to Kearney. Now ahead to Bouchard.
Branko Radivojevic, assisted by number 37. Wes
From behind the
Walls.
net to Steve Eminger. Now it's passed to Walls. Radivojevic. Shot the puck from the slot. Washington finds it. Beach. Now he moves the puck into the neutral zone. He dumped it in. Beach. One-timer! And he whistled it wide of the net. It's grabbed by Bouchard. Kolzig hangs on for the whistle. How do you like this guy's shooting percentage?
It's not bad. 1 shot, 1 goal.
Let's see if he can go 2 for 2.
Why not?
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Capitals. Foster. Foster. Here's Sotheby. The ref indicates a delayed call. Koivu gets called for hooking.
His intensity got him into trouble that time.
Washington has converted once already, and they're getting another power play chance here. Face-off won by Kessels. Shoots the puck from the slot. Puck jumped on by Schultz.
Obstruction, hooking.
Potier to Ovechkin. He turned the puck over. Thunderous hit into the boards. Washington scoops it up. They're in over the blue line on the attack. That's offside. I just don't see any urgency out there from either team.
Well, the shots tell the story in this one, Jim. Nobody's sustaining any kind of meaningful attack, and you have to shoot to score.
Quick shot. Kolzig makes the save. Minnesota has it. It goes wide. Puck taken by White. Tabayu shoots the puck. Minnesota scooped it up. Foster. Bayou dumped the puck in. Beach. To Clark. Pass. He scores! Late in the third, they've tied it up.
Oh, you love to see teams converting on those power play chances. Good players and good teams don't waste time when they're up a man.
Washington comes through with a tying goal late in the third.
They've got the momentum. Now can they clinch a win?
Play by number 17, Chris Clark.
Heavy shot! Stick save by Fernandez to Gaborik.
Number 44.
Now it's passed ahead to Ralston. He moves it into the attacking zone. Up to Ovechkin. Now he takes it into the neutral zone. To Castles. Quick shot! Zubras. He coughs it up to Dimitrov. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the third. To Dinas Zubras. Now over to Castles. And play is whistled down for the offside. Fernandez denies the last scoring attempt.
He stayed with the shot and made it look easy.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. Castles wins the draw. Washington gets it. Minnesota grabs it. Ahead to Ralston. Under a minute to go in the third. Intercepted. The shots are 10-10. Shoots the puck. Fired the puck just wide of the net. Gaborik takes it. To Ralston. One-time shot. Morrison to Ovechkin. Now it's passed to Zubras. Less than 10 seconds to go in the third. Leveled against the boards. Ralston to Dimitra.
Three periods have settled nothing, so we're going into overtime.
The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to the Wild. Foster. Right in front. To Castles. Now he moves it out. He brings it over the line. Post. To Ralston. Now it's passed to Dimitra. He's over the line and on the attack. Shoots the puck. Ovechkin. To Castles, and he carries it to center. Foster. The shots are 11-11. It's dumped in by Pothier. Shoots quickly. Pothier. Here's Brian Ralston, who's shot. Kolzig made the save. He passes it to Ovechkin, and he carries it into the attacking zone. To Castles. Shoots the puck. Foster. Now it's passed to Dimitra. He's over the blue line and on the attack. Down into the corner. One-timer. Just wide of the goal. Minnesota takes possession. He steals it. He moves it into the attacking zone. He gave the puck away. To Pavel Dimitra. Klepich. He moves it to center. Here they come again, onto the attack. He intercepted it, and it's passed ahead to Bouchard. Now it's over the blue line on the attack. Over to Klepich. Sotheby dumped the puck in. It's cleared out by Carney to Bouchard. It's picked up by Heward. He'll just move the puck into the neutral zone. He gives the puck away. Here's Ivan Majewski. He passes the puck to Heward. Now it's passed to Skula. Cleared out by Janssen. And they get called for icing. How about that save? What a shot.
Well, that one looked like it came out of a cannon, but he stood his ground and kept it out.
We're ready for the faceoff. Morrison. Blasts one right on. Fernandez turns him away. Pothier. Morrison. Now it's passed to Ovechkin. To Castles. To Ralston. Fires a shot. That's blocked by the defender. Puck grabbed by Ralston. He blocked it. That's a great play. Out starts Washington. Over to Sotheby. Dimitra intercepted in the slot. Quick shot. Post. To Ralston. Now he carries it to center. In he comes. Rips it hard on net. Dimitra with the puck to Ralston. And so ends another chapter in the great book of hockey. Washington takes the loss and sees their winning streak come to an end.
I don't know if you can call this guy a late bloomer. but he really didn't develop into the goal-scoring machine he is today until the Senators traded him to the Blues in 1996.
Well, now it's time for tonight's Dodge 3 Stars of the Game, brought to you by the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Grab life by the horns.
Tonight's second star for Minnesota, number 26, Curtis Hawkins. Tonight's first star, Minnesota, number 12, Ryan Ralston.
From St. Paul, Minnesota, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson. For EA Sports, goodbye.
See you next time. At the United Center. Now we're ready to drop the puck for the opening faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Blackhawks. Out they come to center. And the puck is dumped in. Now it's passed to Arnott. To Correa. To Martin Havlat. Here he comes on the attack. Shot on net from the slot. To Tuomo Ruutu. Blocked. Arnott. To Paul Correa. Now passed over to Suter. Here come the Blackhawks quickly out of their own zone. Into the corner he goes. They're out of their own zone to center. He turned the puck over. To Arnott. Now it's passed to Sullivan. Gets the backhand shot off from behind the net. Here's Jordan Tutu looking for his first shot on net. Hit. Chicago grabbed it. Passed ahead to Smolinski. He shoots! Vokun denies him to David Legwand. In front. Pass up to Smolinski. To Smolinski. Backhands it. He scores! And halfway through the first, they've got the game's first goal.
Scoring on the backhand like that is a lost art in this league. It's nice to see a player with the skill to pull it off.
Chicago came up with the first goal of the game.
Well, if they can play with that consistency, we could see some big numbers.
It's dumped in by Markov.
Number 10, Patrick
Calder.
Sharp. And by number 23, Jim Vandermeer.
Perreault. He shoots! That's blocked and didn't get through. Here come the Blackhawks. Shift after shift, putting on great pressure. He steals the puck. Here they come again, onto the attack. Here's Martin Erat, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. Got a shot! Chicago will get a chance to move up. Gathering speed, they gain the blue line on the attack. One-timer! He scores, and we're tied at 1.
I think this guy definitely fits the description of a sniper. When he gets a chance to score, he usually converts on it.
The faceoff goes to Nashville.
Number 18, Adam Paul, assisted by number 10, Martin Erath, and
Here's Brent
by
Seabrook.
number 6, Shea Weber.
He intercepts the pass to the point. Now it's just dumped in. Zidlicki tried to clear it. Couldn't. That's offside. Watch how quickly this guy gets down in his butterfly.
Well, Jim, he just dares shooters to go 5-hole, then takes it away at the last second. He's lightning quick with his pass.
Face-off won by Smolinski. Dumped in by Vandermeer. To David Legwand, a junior graduate of the Plymouth Whalers. Passed over to Tutu. Delayed call. Tutu will get the gate for high sticking.
He'll be spending the next 2 minutes in the penalty box.
Chicago is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
The Blackhawks go offside. Vokun saw that one all the way.
That shot never had a chance.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Predators. It's dumped in by Johnson. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first period. Here's Marek Zidlicki looking for his first shot on net. Offside.
Oh, did you see that? He got utterly pasted there.
About to drop the puck. Shot hard! Steered aside by Nick Habibulin. Puck taken by Perreault down into the corner. And the horn signals the end of the first period. We head into the break with the score tied 1-1. Nashville is tied at 1 as we get ready to start the second.
And Jim, they have all the momentum heading into this period after scoring that late goal.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Shots are 5-3 for Chicago. They gain the blue line on the attack. And it's passed up to Havlat. Havlat goes offside and the play is stopped. Head coaches of expansion teams usually don't stick around very long. Barry Trotz seems to be doing something right in Nashville.
Well, Jim, Trotz established an NHL record for most games coached by a team's original coach since the NHL's first expansion back in 1967.
Over to Zidlicki. Now he dumps the puck in. Sharp. Chicago is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. And the Blackhawks are offside. The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to the Predators. Here's Jordan Tutu. To Hartnell. Shoots! Hit the man in front of the net. Here's Dan Hamhuis to Hartnell. Now a quick pass up to Tutu. He dumped it in. And he passes the puck to Ruutu. Now it's passed to Lapointe. Passed ahead to Tutu. Now he moves the puck into the neutral zone. To Martin Havlat. Delayed penalty coming up. Lapointe shoots the puck. Tutu gets called for high sticking.
There's no way he's going to get away with that. And that was a really easy call for the officials.
Chicago will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. The faceoff goes to the Blackhawks. Okun turns the shot aside. Missed the mark by a long shot. Puck corralled by Markov. He passes the puck to Seabrook. He gave it away. Puck jumped on by Perrault. He intercepted it. Cleared out by Markov. There's a minute gone by on this current man advantage, and they haven't been able to muster up a whole lot of offense.
Well, they have to start spreading out, getting the puck to the point, and firing the puck on goal.
Over to Havlat. He picks off the puck. Barker. He's behind the net waiting for his mates to get set up. Barker. To Martin Havlat. Now passed over to Smolinski. One-times it from the slot. He scores! That's his second goal of the game.
You see what happens when you go to the net? He was in the perfect spot to shovel that puck home on the rebound.
The faceoff goes to the Predators. Here they come again, onto the attack. He misses. Passed over to Keith. To Kyle Calder. The ref hit. Look out now, the gloves are down, and away we go.
Jim, they're really trying to establish a presence.
Fight didn't go the way he'd planned.
Well, Jim, he'll get another chance later if he wants it.
Then he can always point to the scoreboard and feel a little better. We're ready for the face-off.
Nashville penalty to number 11, David Legler.
Chicago has it.
Chicago
Wrist shot. Here's Marek Sidlichki. That's offside.
Nashville penalty to number 14.
This guy gets down quickly. It takes away the entire bottom of the net.
Jim, you have to lift the puck up to beat his butterfly style. If it's on the ice, he's going to get a pad on it.
Grabbed by Chicago. Sharp over center. Passed over to Bork. He steals it. He shot. That's blocked by the defender, Barker. Offside. Talk about your team leaders, Craig, and this guy's a really good example.
Yeah, he's an unselfish player that really brings a dressing room together. You need that if you're going to be successful in this league.
Face-off won by Perrault at center. Perrault dumped the puck in. To Martin Erat. Now it's passed to Erat. From behind the net. The horn signals the end of the second. 2-1 the score as we head for the intermission. Nashville trails 2-1 as the third period gets going. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Nashville wins the faceoff again. Here's Brent Seabrook to Rutu. Predators take possession. Cleared by Erat. Chicago continues to struggle on the power play. They're now 0 for 3. Pass up to Iraq. He steals the puck to Havlat, and it's brought into center. Passed over to LaPointe. He picks off the puck. That's offside. He's on the score sheet with that 1 assist already. Let's see if he can build on it.
Well, we know he has the skills. It's just a matter of execution.
The faceoff goes to the Predators. Gathering speed to Arnott. Now it's passed to Arnott. One-timer. Khabibulin makes the save. He scores! Paul Kariya has tied it up.
Paul Kariya can score with the best of them. He's got great speed and great skill. And that's bad news for opposing defensemen and goalies.
Chicago lets one in, and this game is tied.
I don't care if it's a sniper, a grinder, or an enforcer. Someone needs to step up and motivate this team.
To Verbata, fires it from the point. Taken by Chicago. To Verbata, into the corner. Wrist shot. He gets called for high sticking.
I can't see how that was worth a 2-minute penalty.
Chicago hasn't had any luck on the power play so far in this game, but they'll get a 4th chance here.
Well, they just need a few bounces to go their way. If they stick with it, the goals will come.
Pass up to Bork. Now it's passed to Smolinski. Cleared out of the zone by Weber. It's jumped on by Vandermeer. Sharp. And he moves it into the attacking zone. Vandermeer, he's behind the net looking for someone to pass to. To Bork. Sharp. He gets checked. Here's Brian Smolinski. Steered aside by Vokun. Ruutu takes possession of the puck. Sharp. Out comes Tuomo Ruutu. Right in front. Chicago is now 0 for 4 on the power play as the penalty expires. Dumped in by LaPointe. One-time shot. He blocked it. That's a great play. Nashville jumps on it. One-timed it. Here's Adrian Aucoin. He passes it to Ruutu, and he moves it into the attacking zone. To Walker. Now it's passed to Jonsson. To Hordichuk. Shot the puck from the wing. It goes wide. Khabibulin makes the glove save. To Ruutu, and he takes it into the neutral zone. Now he passes the puck to Suter. Now a quick pass up to Hordichuk. Passed over to Jonsson, and Khabibulin makes a nice save. He passes the puck to Barker. Sidlicki intercepted in the... Oh, he hit the post! About to drop the puck. Down to the final 2 minutes of the third period. Arnott dumps the puck in. To Havlat. Shoots the puck. Ruutu to Marty LaPointe.
Wow, Jim, that would have been game over.
A turnover to Ruutu. Delayed call. Less than a minute to go in this third period. Arnott will get the gate for high sticking.
It's good to play with an edge, but if you go too far, you'll get the penalty.
Chicago has yet to score on 4 power plays, so they get their 5th chance right here. Ruutu wins the draw. It's jumped on by Weber. LaPointe gets called for hooking.
Now, you can't really argue that one. Everyone knows it gets you 2 minutes.
And you can see the coach is having a word with the official because he's not happy about that call. Chicago loses a man and gives up the power play.
Yeah, they were hoping to get a little more mileage out of it. Now they'll have to play some 4-on-4.
Quick up to leg one. To Bork. To leg one. And he pokes the puck away. To Smolinski. Blistering shot. Missed the net.
Get back. Go, go.
Chicago takes it to Bork. Into the last 10 seconds of the third. Ripped hard from the right to leg one. Now he moves it into the attacking zone. Quick shot from along the boards.
Both teams are tied at the end of regulation, so it'll have to be decided in overtime.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Shots on goal are 16-9 for Chicago. He shoots! Vokun makes the save. Offside. It looked like it might get past him.
Not that time.
The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to the Predators. Quick up to leg one. Arnott has served his penalty. That means his team will enjoy a 4-on-3 advantage from behind the net.
Slow it down, buddy. Slow it down.
Now the shots are 17-9 for Chicago.
You got time.
Here's to Omorutu. He passes the puck to LaPointe. Shoots it! Vokun made the save. He steals the puck. It's dumped in by Seabrook. And he passes the puck to Arnott. Shoots the puck! And he's stopped by Nick Habibulin. Chicago takes possession. Here's to Omorutu, who's been all around the net but can't seem to score. He's in over the blue line on the attack. One-time shot, blocked in front of the net. Here's Paul Kariya, who earlier scored the game-tying goal. Up shot! Habibulin denies him. He had no problem with that save.
He saw that one all the way.
We're ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Blackhawks in behind. Pass up to Bork. Now he carries it to center. Here's Brian Smolinski. Up shot! That's blocked. Vokun hangs on for the whistle. Vokun did a good job staying with the puck.
Jim, he's playing with a ton of confidence.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Nashville. They move it into the neutral zone. Fired it from the left. Seabrook grabs the puck. He just clears it. Here's to Omorutu. He gains the blue line on the attack. And Vokun makes a nice save. The Predators take possession. Pass up to Arnott. Over center. That ends it. The Predators won this game. Final score, 3-2.
example of Paul Kariya's incredible skill. Anaheim knew exactly what they were doing when they drafted him 4th overall in 1993.
After we wrap up at ice level, tonight's 3 stars of the game will be presented by Dodge. Check out the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Grab life by the horns.
Jason Arnold. Tonight's second star for Chicago, number 21, Ryan Smolinski. And tonight's first star, Nashville, number 9, Paul Kariya.
From the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
From all the team here at EA Sports, we'll see you next time.
Edmonton, Alberta. I'm Jim Houston, and in the booth with me is Craig Simpson. Welcome to what promises to be a very entertaining game between the Edmonton Oilers and the San Jose Sharks.
This is going to be a tough one for these guys tonight.
Yes, they're facing a team that loves to be aggressive.
And they challenge you to match that work ethic. If you can't raise your
All right, now let's get down to center ice for the opening faceoff. Faceoff won by Thornton. He's into the attacking zone. Shoots it quickly. Here's Joe Thornton to Marlowe. Shoots! Rolison made the big glove save to Smith. Here come the Oilers, putting on more pressure. It's turned over in the neutral zone. Up to Horkoff. Here's Sean Horkoff to Smith. He picks off the puck. To Chichu. Now up to Smith. Over to Horkoff. He scores! An early first period goal.
scoring on the backhand like that is a lost art in this league. It's nice to see a player with the skill to pull it off.
This team is on the wrong side of an early 1-0 score.
And that's got to worry the coaching staff. They don't want to be playing catch-up all game long.
The ref indicates a delayed call. Bernier will get the gate for holding.
By number 47, Marc-Andre Bergeron.
Now, some people might question that call, but the referee has decided it's worth 2 minutes in the sin bin.
And you can see the coach here doesn't like that call, and he's having a word with the official. Edmonton will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
Great skill in that first unit.
Steve Bernier, 2 minutes for obstruction holding.
Close! Passed over to Pekka. He gets rocked. Here's Rafi Torres. He passes it to Pekka. Big hit! Davison. He shoots! Ehrhoff. He cleared it down the ice. Stales with the puck to Turnstrom. Now passed over to Pasaya. Fires on the slot. Blocked. It didn't get through. The first and foremost job for a defenseman is to stop the opposition, and this guy's one of the best at that.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of offensive flair, but he makes up for that in his own end. He gives 100% every shift.
The faceoff goes to Edmonton. Smith has it now. Up shot! Play stops as the puck is shot into the stands. Horkoff has scored once already, and it was on his only shot on goal.
Well, you can't be disappointed with the result, but I'm sure his coaches would like to see him get more pucks on net.
We're ready for the faceoff. The Oilers win another faceoff. Shoots it hard! Hit the man in front of the net. Puck is cleared by McLaren. Scooped up by Edmonton. Up to Hemsky. Now quick up to Niemanen. Edmonton is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. To Niemanen.
Offside, clear it. No, no.
Grabbed by San Jose. Pass up to Niemanen.
Offside.
Now a pass up to Brown. Delayed call. Shot the puck from the point. Horkoff gets called for hooking.
He'll be spending the next 2 minutes in the penalty box.
San Jose is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
Puck grabbed by Carl. He passes it to Chichu. Here's Patrick Marleau, who's got 1 shot on net so far tonight. Deeks! One-time shot. Here's Ulanov. He cleared it down the ice. Carl. He passes the puck to Marleau, and he'll start out to center with some speed. Now he passes it to Marleau. One-time shot. Marleau to Morrow. Now it's passed ahead to Thornton. To Bell. Fires one right on.
Great anticipation and keeps his team up by 1.
To Bell. Ulanov clears it out. Hannon to Fahey.
That's good.
Now passed over to Bell. San Jose is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. To Horkoff.
1 minute left in the first period.
Cuts in front. Behind the net. Here's Scott Hannon looking for his first shot on net. And time winds down as the first period comes to an end with the score 1-0. San Jose is down by 1 after giving up a quick goal to start the game.
Yeah, those early goals can be tough to swallow, but there's still plenty of hockey left.
The faceoff goes to the Oilers. Delayed penalty coming up. He's getting called for holding.
Now he's upset about the call, but being a referee is a tough job. Sometimes mistakes are made.
Part of the game, though. Edmonton will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here.
Number 12.
Shoots the puck. Pretty nice glove save by Evgeny Nabokov. Ehrhoff clears it down the ice. Smith to Hemsky. Now it's passed to Horkoff. Bergeron. He passes it to Horkoff. Now again to Horkoff. Great save, Nabokov. Puck cleared out by Ehrhoff. Here's Jason Smith. The ref indicates a delayed call. Shot the puck. Ekman will get the gate for high sticking.
And the referee has decided that's worth 2 minutes of his time.
San Jose will play with only 3 men.
Jim, they need to step back and make some major adjustments. This is a situation that'll push them to the wall.
2 minutes.
One-timer!
And he did well to keep his team within 1.
Quickly another shot. Scores on the power play.
There's a perfect example of making good use of power play time. He saw an opportunity to take advantage of the extra man, and he did it.
win another faceoff.
Shoots hard from the left.
Here's Dick Tarnstrom to Pekka.
Sean Horkoff, and by number 21, Jason Smith.
Here's Steve Staios to Michael Pekka. He steals it. And he passes the puck to Marlowe. Delayed call to Kyle McLaren. Ripped hard from the right, and he whistled it wide of the net. Tarnstrom gets called for holding.
He wrapped his man up, and that time the official saw it. Calls holding, and he'll spend 2 minutes in the box.
You can see that the coach isn't very happy about this call at all. Edmonton loses a man and gives up the power play.
Yeah, they were hoping to get a little more mileage out of it. Now they'll have to play some 4-on-4.
Here come the Sharks as they move out of their own zone. Cleared out by Smith. Here's Scott Hannon. He dumped it in, and he passes it ahead to Smith. Ekman quickly jumps on the ice, and his return gives his team a power play. Ahead to Bell. To Ekman. Offside. Nabokov can really handle the puck.
He gets out of his crease in a hurry and tracks down the dump-ins. Now that's such a huge asset because it forces the other team to try to carry it in.
Thornton snaps the shot. He scores! Patrick Marleau.
Patrick Marleau has deceptive quickness and speed for a man of his size. Many times he scores goals because he leaves defenders flat-footed and out of position.
San Jose edges a little closer here in the second.
1 goal to tie and another for the lead. Anything's possible with half a game left.
By number 12,
Fired it from the left.
Assisted by number 19, Joe Thornton, and by number 14, Jonathan Cheechoo.
The puck is about to be dropped. To Smith.
Back.
From behind the net. Bergeron. One-timer. Another save. He passes it to McLaren. Now passed over to Thornton. Nice move there by Marleau. Takes the shot. In behind. Smith. Now it's passed to Hemsky. Here's Patrick Marleau, who's got a goal in this game. To Joe Thornton. McLaren goes offside, and the play is stopped. How did he see that one?
Yeah, that was a blur, but somehow he got in the way.
About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Pekka. He passes the puck to Pekka. To Pisani. Bernier. Quick shot from the right. He misses. Grabbed by Edmonton to Torres. We're down to 2 minutes to go in this second period.
Wow, what a save. Let that in and this becomes a different game entirely.
Over to Gotch. To Pisani. He takes it into the neutral zone. They're into the attacking zone. That's offside. They're getting ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to San Jose. The horn signals the end of the second. 2-1 the score as we head for the intermission. San Jose is behind 2-1 and the third period gets underway. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Oilers, to Smith. Now he just dumps the puck in. Offside. San Jose isn't mounting much offensively here.
No, and it shows in their shot totals. Sometimes you need to gain the zone and just dump it in on goal. It's not pretty, but it beats the alternative.
The Oilers win another faceoff. Shoots the puck. He misses. Here's Ryan. He scores! And early in the third, they're up by a pair.
Goals like this one are a gift. With a pass that perfect, it'd be very tough not to convert on that play.
Edmonton, and so they're up by 2 early in the third.
I have a feeling they'll go for 3 before this is over.
Number 83, Alice Hemsky, assisted by number 94.
And it's touched for icing.
And by number 10, Sean Korkov.
We're ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Thornton. Shoots the puck from the right. Here's Jason Smith. The Oilers have possession and start out of their own zone. To Smith. Bergeron dumped the puck in. That's offside. Edmonton is one of the hardest working teams in the league.
This is a tough physical team. They take the body hard and they play the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Quick up to Torres. Shoots the puck from the left. Here's Dick Tarnstrom to Steve Stales. Nabokov made the save. He freezes the puck. Nabokov stood tall on that one.
That was a booming slap shot, but he stopped them cold.
The puck is about to be dropped. To Stales. Now passed over to Gotch. He gains the blue line on the attack. To Michael Pekka. Now he moves it to center. Stales finds it. There's a quick shot. Puck corralled by Torres. Missed the mark by a long shot. Tarnstrom to Rafi Torres. Quick shot. Easy stop for Rolison. The Oilers take possession. To Steve Stales. Now a quick pass up to Pisani. To Dick Tarnstrom. Now a pass up to Gotch. It's dumped in by Bell. To Horkoff. Here's Alex Hemsky. What a gritty performance he's put on. Offside. He had a pretty big gun on that shot, but it got kicked aside. About to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to Edmonton. They're offside once again. This guy gets down quickly and takes away the entire bottom of the net.
Jim, you have to lift the puck up to beat his butterfly style. If it's on the ice, he's going to get a pad on.
The faceoff goes to the Sharks. Here's Patrick Marleau, who's got a goal in this game. Edmonton scooped it up. Pass up to Horkoff. Now he carries the puck to center. He steals the puck. Here's Alex Hemsky. He carries it to center. They bring it over the line. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. Hemsky will like his shooting percentage tonight.
No kidding. He's got 2 goals and he's only taken a few shots.
Get this guy the puck before he cools off. The faceoff goes to the Oilers. Shoots the puck. Fired the puck just wide of the net. Smith. He passes it to Ekman. To Ethan Morrow. To Ulanov. Now it's passed to Morrow. Shot the puck from the slot. Ahead to Ekman. Now he'll move the puck into the neutral zone. Cranks it. Nabokov turned the shot away. Delayed penalty coming up. Lupul will get the gate for high sticking.
High sticking could mean serious injuries, and you bet the officials are going to come down hard on that play.
San Jose has converted once already, and they're getting another power play chance here. Face-off won by Stoll.
Joffrey Lupul, 2 minutes for high sticking.
San Jose scoops it up. Here's Jonathan Chichu. He's had a good, hard-working blue-collar... Oh, there's a shot. Turned aside by Rollison. It's cleared by Morrow. San Jose takes over. Over to Marlowe. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the third. He intercepts it. Tarnqvist clears it. Carl
1 minute left
to
in the
Chichu.
third period.
Tarnqvist.
Outside. Clear.
Tarnqvist. Carl. He passes it to Thornton. Now rink wide to Marlowe, and play is whistled down for the offside. This goaltender's really effective with the puck.
And Jim, that really helps out his defense when the puck gets dumped in. He's like having a third defenseman back there.
Stoll wins the draw. Stoll. Under a minute to go in the third. San Jose couldn't strike with a man advantage. Now they're 1 for 3 in the game. To Stoll. Now it's passed to Lupul. To Marlowe. Bell dumps it in. Now he passes it to Stoll. One-time shot. It goes wide. Taken by Edmonton.
Head on.
Down to the final seconds of the third. That's it. This one's over. The Sharks lost this game. 3-1 the final score. We'll wrap things up on the ice, then bring you the Dodge 3 stars of the game. Brought to you by the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Grab life by the horns.
Tonight's second star, Edmonton number 10, Sean Polka. Tonight's first star for Edmonton number 83, Alice Hemsky.
From Edmonton, Alberta, I'm Jim Hewson.
And I'm Craig Simpson. For EA Sports, goodbye.
See you next time. The Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
Welcome to what should be a spirited contest here tonight between the Los Angeles Kings and the Dallas Stars. We could be in for a penalty-filled affair here tonight.
Yeah, both these teams play a gritty game, and that usually gets the tempers up. The key will be taking advantage of the power play.
Now we're ready to drop the puck for the opening faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Stars. Here they come again, onto the attack. And it's over the blue line on the attack. Delayed penalty coming up. He gets called for elbowing.
Now, how did he think he was going to get away with that hit? The call is elbowing, and it's a good one.
Los Angeles is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
To Frolov. Camilleri. To Blake. Now again to Blake. To Avery. Shoots the puck. Just missed the net. Grabbed by Los Angeles. Camilleri to Frolov. Camilleri. The door is shut by Turco. Camilleri grabs the puck. He passes it to Frolov.
Offside, offside. Okay.
From behind the net.
You got time.
Daly cleared it down the ice. Los Angeles picked it up. Camilleri.
Okay, clear it. That was offside.
Delayed call. Avery will get the gate for holding.
It's good to play with an edge, but if you go too far, you'll get the penalty.
The faceoff goes to the Stars. Yaroslav Modric. Boucher comes out of the box, putting his team on the power play.
Offside. You're clear.
Gleason goes behind his net.
Offside, offside.
Boucher goes offside, and the play is stopped. We're ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Dallas. Puck corralled by Halpern. One-time shot. It goes wide. Puck picked up by Jokinen. One-time shot. Sopel. Here's Jussi Jokinen, who's got one shot on net so far tonight. Puck is cleared by Sopel. Jokinen.
Offside.
That's offside. They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Stars. Boucher, he passes it to Lettman, and he takes it into the neutral zone. Now he dumps the puck in.
Time.
Avery has seen his penalty expire, meaning his team's no longer shorthanded to Belanger. Into the slot. Passed over to Morrow. Into the corner he goes. Saved by Kluche. Mark Crawford, the coach of the Kings, has his third NHL assignment. He was with Denver, then Vancouver. The faceoff goes to Los Angeles. Here they come again, onto the attack. Here's Nicholas Hagman, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. To Hagman. Kluche made the save. He passes it to Nordstrom. Armstrong over center. He gave the puck away. Up to Stefan. Now he's over the blue line on the attack. He scores! It's a late first period opening goal.
That one reminded me of a young Brett Hall. He was in perfect position to rip that one-timer.
The timing of that goal has to hurt.
You're giving it your all, you're matching your opponent, and then you get caught.
Not how you want to end the period. The ref indicates a delayed call. He's getting called for high sticking.
His intensity got him into trouble that time.
Dallas will get a second chance on the power play here.
Los Angeles
Shoots the puck.
And he had to make that save, Jim. Down by 2 late in the first would have been a tough one to swallow.
And we're going to get a fight here, Craig. Look out.
Looks like they'll settle this one with the fist.
You can give him the victory in the fight, although his team still trails on the scoreboard.
Well, that's right, Jim, but an impressive scrap like that just might help them get back on track.
The ref is signaling for the face-off. Face-off won by Armstrong. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first period. Shoots it quickly. Boucher. Shots are 6-3 for Dallas. Boucher clears it safely away. Here's Rob Blake. Oh, he shot! And time winds down as the first period comes to an end with the score 1-0. Los Angeles played a fairly even first, but gave up a late goal and find themselves trailing 1-0 to open the second.
And Jim, you never want to give up a late one, but they can reverse the tide with a quick start here.
The puck is about to be dropped. And the Kings win another faceoff. Jokinen takes possession of the puck.
Shoots it! And he did well to keep his team within one.
Wisnowski couldn't clear the puck. Boucher. Armstrong at center. Here come the Kings. They're pouring it on. One-timer! Kluche can really handle the puck.
He gets out of his crease in a hurry and tracks down the dump-ins. Now that's such a huge asset because it forces the other team to try to carry it in.
Quick up to Barnes. He gives the puck away. Here come the Kings as they move out of their own zone. Clark shoots the puck. Avery exits the penalty box, meaning his team now has a 5-on-4 advantage. Clark. Avery shoots the puck. Taken out along the boards. Now he passes it to Belanger. Daly to Barnes. Shoots the puck. He misses. Gleason grabs the puck. He passes it to Belanger. Front of the net. And he hangs on to the puck. He moved fast to make that save.
Wrist shots are slower than a slap shot, but they're far more accurate.
About to drop the puck. Medano won the draw. He intercepted it. To Frolov. Now he moves the puck into the neutral zone. To Avery. Now it's passed to Modano. Here he comes on the attack to Jokinen. Shot the puck on the slot. Here's Jere Lehtinen. Kluche hangs on for the whistle. Dave Tippett led the Stars to a division title and a Western Conference best 111 points in his first season behind the bench.
That's right, Jim. And that finish was good for fourth highest point total by a first-year head coach in NHL history.
Quick shot, saved by Kluche. Thornton. Armstrong. Delayed penalty coming up. Halpern gets called for high sticking.
Now he thought he'd gotten away with it. Instead, he gets a 2-minute minor.
Los Angeles gets another 2-minute power play. Let's see if they can generate a few more chances this time. Ott won the draw. Thornton.
Jeff Halpern, 2 minutes for high sticking.
Dallas scoops it up. He shoots! They score to take a 2-goal lead midway through the second.
His stick flexes so much as he loads that shot up. When he lets it fly, it just explodes off his blade.
Let's see if they can stay focused.
A 2-goal lead should make you confident.
Not caught. Over to Avery. Dumped in by Barnes.
Antti Niitinen, assisted by number 43, Philippe Boucher.
Right in front. He shoots! Avery. He stopped it again. Blake. Camilleri. Now it's passed to Frolov. We're ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Conroy. Here's Craig Conroy. Shoots the puck from the slot. Thornton takes possession of the puck. One-timer. Play grinds to a halt as the puck is shot out of play. They're getting ready for the face-off. And the Kings win another face-off. Conroy takes control. Controls along the boards. Shot it! Halpern is back on the ice, meaning we're back to 5-a-side hockey. Less than 2 minutes to go in the second period. Thornton.
1 minute left in the second period.
He passes it to Hagman. Now it's passed to Halpern. And that ends the second period. It's 2-0 as we head to the break. And the score is 2-0, and it's time for the third period. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. And the Kings win another faceoff. Here they come again, onto the attack. The shots are 9-9, passed over to Lehtinen. Shoots! And he whistled it wide of the net. Boucher takes control of the puck, and the play is offside. Kluche saw the wrist shot coming, but it got deflected wide, and I'm not too sure if he had anything to do with it. The puck is about to be dropped. Barnes won the draw. Shoots! Quickly steered aside by Kluche. Here's Nicholas. Oh, we got a shot on goal. Hit the man in front of the net. Up to Nordstrom. Now it's passed ahead to Conroy. He's over the line and on the attack. One-time shot. Stefan to Hagman. He picked it off. Thornton. Now it's passed to Conroy. Again to Conroy. Gleason comes in offside. About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Medano. Slots up. Kluche made the save. Here's Brendan Morrow to Lettinen. Hip check. Cuts in front. Shoots from deep in the slot. Avery Turco makes the save. Here's Brendan Morrow, fresh from the penalty box once again. To Mike Medano. Shoots the puck. Passed ahead to Avery. Now he just gets it deep. Fires it. He goes wide. Boucher. He scores, and it's a huge lead in the middle of the third.
Now, Morrow's not the biggest guy in the game, but man, does he play bigger than he actually is. That's why you always see him winning battles for the puck and scoring goals.
Looks like this one's pretty much out of reach.
Now, Jim, I wouldn't say it's over, but that's a sizable lead at this point in a hockey game.
To Jokinen. Now it looks like we're going to have a fight.
Hey, I don't know what was said out there, but these two are definitely about to throw them.
The fight, although it was a close one.
Well, it was close, and a big win for him.
We're ready for the face-off. Dallas wins another draw. It's dumped in by Nienema.
A 5-minute major for fighting. Dallas
Los Angeles will get a chance to move out. Taken out. Puck jumped on by Avery. He passes the puck to Jokinen. Offside. He had a pretty big gun on that shot, but it got kicked aside. They're getting ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to the Kings. Quick shot. Pretty nice glove save by Turco. The puck is grabbed by LA. That's offside. The Stars have applied tremendous pressure almost from the outset.
And they're winning all the battles for loose pucks, and it's created a lot of chances. The hard work is paying off in the scoreboard.
He gets away a hard shot. Blocked in front of the net. Cowan to Brown. Here's Patrick Steffen. His hands are dirty. He's had a good shot. Blocked. Grabbed by Dallas to Hagman. Snaps the shot. Puck picked up by McCauley to Brown. Dallas scooped it up. There's a quick shot. He misses. Los Angeles grabbed it. Here's... Oh, there's a shot. To Sador. In front. Delayed call to Brown. Now he's into the attacking zone. He gets called for hooking.
Now, he's not thrilled with the penalty call, but he's only got himself to blame.
You can see that the coach isn't very happy about this call at all. Los Angeles hasn't had any luck on the power play so far in this game, but they'll get a fourth chance here.
Well, they just need a few bounces to go their way. If they stick with it, the goals will come.
He's getting called for elbowing.
He'll be spending the next 2 minutes in the penalty box.
Los Los Angeles will set up their attack.
This is a terrific opportunity for them. Expect aggressive play and lots of it.
Hope the visiting goalie get a good night's sleep. He's going to need it.
1 minute left in the third period.
To Frolov, up through center. Into the corner. Shoots the puck. Blocked. Frolov. We're down to the final minute of the third. Camilleri. Camilleri. Grabbed by Los Angeles. Camilleri. Now passed again to... Scores on the power play.
There's a perfect example of making good use of power play time. He saw an opportunity to take advantage of the extra man, and he did it.
Los Angeles grabs it.
Scored on the power play by number 19.
Sidor cleared it out.
Assisted by number
Weaver.
13, Mike
Armstrong.
And by number 4,
Thornton. Kluche heads off the ice and out of the game.
I'm not sure they've got enough time to get 2 goals.
Down to the final seconds of the third. And we're all done here now. Dallas wins the game and finally snaps their losing streak. We'll wrap things up on the ice, then bring you the Dodge 3 Stars of the Game, brought to you by the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Grab life by the horns.
Tonight's second star for Dallas, number 15, and tonight's first star, Dallas, number 43, Phoenix.
From Los Angeles, California, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
From all the team here at EA Sports, we'll see you next time.
The Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. I'm Jim Houston, and in the booth with me is Craig Simpson. Welcome to what promises to be a very entertaining game between the Colorado Avalanche and the Columbus Blue Jackets.
These guys are going to need a solid effort right through their lineup.
They're solid right through the bench, but they're up against an offensive powerhouse tonight.
Well, the key will be taking away their ice. If you're on them quick, you can't make the plays.
All right, now let's get down to center ice for the opening faceoff. Faceoff won by Sackett. He's over the blue line in on the attack. Thunderous hit into the boards. To Lyles. Shot from the slot. Puck grabbed by Fedorov. He passes it to Nash. The ref indicates a delayed call. Turgeon gets called for holding.
He wrapped up the other player, and the ref saw it. That's going to mean some time in the box.
Good call, and play will now continue. You can see that coach isn't too happy about the call. Columbus is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
He intercepted it, and he just gets it out. Columbus takes possession. Passed ahead to Viborny at center. Shoots quickly. Corralled by Colorado. Quickly steered aside by Jose Theodore. Brule to Modine. To Gabornik. Theodore turned the shot away. And the play is offside. Theodore caught a piece of it with his blocker, and it was just enough to prevent it from going in. They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Fedorov. Here's Rick Nash, looking for his first shot on net. This team can't stay onside. Colorado has a textbook penalty kill. They press hard outside the blue line and fall back into a solid box in the defensive zone.
And Jim, don't forget, they've got some solid goaltending, and that's a key.
Dumped in by Dowd. To Rick Nash. Dowd clears it out. Nash. He passes it to Hrdina. And he takes it to center. To Sergei Fedorov. And that's offside. When we talk about playmakers, this guy sees the ice so well, he has a real knack for finding the open man.
Jim, with him, you just go to the net with your stick on the ice, and you know he'll put it on your tape.
Columbus is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. He's getting called for tripping.
His intensity got him into trouble that time.
It's pretty obvious he's not happy about this call, and he's having a word with the official. Colorado will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great... He scores! Marek Svatos!
When he's coming down on the goalie, he can do so many things, all because of that wicked wrist.
Columbus will have to work if they want to win.
They're not pushovers. Look for them to leap out the second the puck is dropped. To Berard.
From the blue line, long shot. Taken by Colorado. To Brunette.
By number 15, Andrew Brunette.
He shoots! Theodore stabs at it. To Leopold. He steals it. And he passes the puck to Svatos. Here's Andrew Brunette, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. To Fedorov. Now it's passed to Nash, saved by Theodore. He passes the puck to Arneson, and he'll start out of his own zone to center. To Svatos. He picks off the puck, and it's passed to Nash. Now it's passed to Hrdina. Over to Foot. Vannanen grabs the puck. He passes it to Svatos. Offside. Watch how quickly this guy gets down in his butterfly.
Well, Jim, he just dares shooters to go 5-hole, then takes it away at the last second. He's lightning quick with his pads.
The faceoff goes to the Avalanche. Here's Milan Hajduk to Turgeon.
Down low.
Shot it right on! Colorado scooped it up over to Hajduk. Columbus will get a chance to move up. They're over the blue line and on the attack. Here's Brisebois, looking for his first shot on net. He tries to clear it. Can't. Avalanche take possession. Pass up to Hajduk. Cranks one. Saved by Prusek. He steals the puck. It's dumped in by Brisebois. Now he passes it ahead to Brule. Under 2 minutes to go in this first period. Down into the corner. He intercepts the pass. Passed over to Turgeon. Fires it. Just missed the net. Viborny. He carries it to center. Into the corner he goes. Pass up to Turgeon. And time winds down as the first period comes to an end with the score 1-0. is ahead 1-0 as we get the second period underway. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Shots are 6-3 for Columbus. We have a penalty call. He gets called for hooking.
I don't know, Jim. I'm not sure that needed to be called.
It's a pretty subjective call. Columbus will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. Fires it right on! That's blocked and didn't get through. Clark, he cleared it down the ice. Columbus picked it up.
He shoots! And he had to be quick there to keep his team from falling behind by 2.
Out comes Frederick Modine. Hit. Scooped up by Colorado. Puck cleared out by Wolski. Here's Rusty Klesla. He passes the puck to Brule. And he shoots. Here's Carlos Strastins. Here's Rick Nash. He passes it to Foote. Now it's passed to Fedorov. He brings it over the line. Columbus is now 0 for 2 on the power play. From behind the net to Rick Nash. Delayed call to Berard. Brisebois will get the gate for high sticking.
Now, he's not thrilled with the penalty call, but he's only got himself to blame.
Columbus gets another 2-minute power play. Let's see if they can generate a few more chances this time. Down on the draw. He cleared it down the ice. Here's Brian Berard to Hrdina. Now it's passed to Nash. Again to Fedorov. Ooh, off the bar. It's cleared out by Lyles. Here's Adam Foote. He passes it to Berard. Now passed again to Hrdina. There's a minute gone by. Oh, shot! Theodore's got it! The Blue Jackets take possession. Good shot! Prusek made the save. To Rick Nash. To Brule. One-time shot! Here's Carlos Strastins. Wolski cleared it! Prusek skates out of his net to play the puck. And he hangs on for a faceoff. This guy gets down quickly and takes away the entire bottom of the net.
Jim, you have to lift the puck up to beat his butterfly style. If it's on the ice, he's going to get a pad on.
The faceoff goes to Colorado. Columbus continues to struggle on the power play. They're now 0 for 3. Clark dumped the puck in. Fires one right on. Clark. Here's Rusty Klesla. He cleared the puck. And he passes the puck to Brule. Now a pass up to Wolski. McLean. Prusek reached out for the puck. He turns the puck over. Shoots the puck. He stopped it again.
Oh, he bailed his team out with that save. If he didn't make it, they'd be down by 2.
Backhander! Theodore turns him away. To Modine. Another quick shot taken by Leopold. Spatos. Fires it hard. Blocked. Up to Gervais. Down into the corner. And that's the end of the second period. 1-0 as we head to the break. Columbus is down 1-0 as this third period gets underway. About to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to the Blue Jackets, to Foot. The shots are 10-8 for Columbus. Passed over to Turgeon. Delayed penalty coming up. Foot gets called for hooking.
Now, I don't think he can really argue about that call.
Well, he can, but I don't think it'll do any good. He was caught red-handed. And you can see the coach here doesn't like that call, and he's having a word with the official. Colorado has one power play goal already, and they'll get a second opportunity here. Face-off won by Sakic to Pierre Turgeon.
2 minutes for obstruction.
Here's Brisebois. He passes the puck to Lyles. Westcott cleared it out. Lyles to Joe Sakic. Now over to Haydu. In front. He hangs on to the puck. Now you talk about great defensemen in this league, and this guy really makes it all happen at the back end.
Jim, he's like a catalyst out there, consistently feeding forwards with breakout passes. And hey, I say he wouldn't hesitate to jump up in the rush.
And play is whistled down for the offside. This game's looking a little bit like ping pong from here. They just keep dumping it back and forth over the lines.
Well, Jim, sooner or later, one of these teams has to start getting some shots.
Puck picked up by Vananen. He passes it to Brunette. Now it's passed to Arneson. Out of the net! Brusek reached out for the puck. Vananen takes possession of the puck to Brunette. Fires hard! That's blocked. Klesla cleared it down the ice. Fired it from the left. Hit the man in front of the net. Over to Arneson. Here's Ossi Vananen.
No one's on you, no one's on you.
He passes the puck to Brunette. Colorado is now 1 for 2 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Berard clears it safely away. That's icing. The Avalanche are one of the hardest working teams in this league.
Hey, whether they're up 9 goals or down 9, they're still relentless on the puck. They never take a shift off.
The faceoff goes to the Blue Jackets. To Foot. Here's Turgeon. His hands are dirty. He's had it. Oh, he's shot. Prusek got a pad on it. He passes it to Brule. Now it's passed to Foot. Here he comes on the attack. One-timed it. Here's John Michael Lyles. He gave it away. Passed ahead to Turgeon. Shoots the puck. Turned away by Prusek. Brule goes offside and the play is stopped. This guy doesn't give shooters much when he goes down, does he?
No, he gets awful big in goal. He can still be beat, but it has to be a perfect shot. That's the challenge against him.
To the Perrier. Goes backhand. Wolski just wide of the goal. Colorado jumps on it to the Perrier. Shot from the left. Westcott. Fritchie. Chimera. Pass up to the Perrier. McLean shoots the puck. He scores, and it's 2-0.
This guy's primary a player who takes care of his own end first. But hey, we shouldn't discount what he can bring on offense.
The faceoff goes to Columbus, to Nash. The ref indicates a delayed call. Svatos will get the gate for holding.
It's good to play with an edge, but if you go too far, you'll get the penalty.
Columbus hasn't had any luck on the power play so far in this game, but they'll get a fourth chance here. He scores! He's answered back immediately.
There's a perfect example of making good use of power play time. He saw an opportunity to take advantage of the extra man, and he did it.
The faceoff goes to Colorado. Puck taken by Arneson. He misses to Adam Foote. Now he moves it out. Shoots! He goes wide. Columbus takes possession. It goes wide. Foote. He passes it to Berard. Fired it from the point. Herdina has scored once already, and it was on his only shot on goal.
Well, you can't be disappointed with the result, but I'm sure his coaches would like to see him get more pucks on net.
We're ready for the faceoff. Sakic won the draw. He's into the attacking zone. Ahead to Herdina. Here come the Blue Jackets. Desperate for the goal to tie this game. To Joe Sakic. Now over to Berard. He carries it to center. Over to Sakic. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the third. He poke checks him in the corner. To Turgeon. We're down to the final minute of the third.
Jim, that was a crucial stop to preserve his team's lead.
Ahead to Sakic. Shots are even up, 13-13. And that's offside. Prusek stayed with his shooter and stopped his backhand.
Well, he had to move quickly on that one.
The puck is about to be dropped. Roulet, the Blue Jackets will take their last shot.
In this situation, they've got no choice. Not if they want to win.
He gave it away. Shoots the puck from the slot. Over to Lyles. To Turgeon. Here come the Avalanche. They're having a terrific attack. Behind the net. Johnson. Circling the net. To second. Oh, he hit the post. Empty netter.
Well, an empty net goal is a great way to pad your stats. They don't come much easier than this one, but hey, he'll take it.
Given the time remaining, that 2-goal lead is huge.
Huge, but not impossible to erase, Jim. Better stay focused.
Foote dumped it. That's it. Columbus takes the loss and sees their winning streak come to an end. We'll wrap things up on the ice, then bring you the Dodge 3 Stars of the Game, brought to you by the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Grab life by the horns.
Number 30, Merrick Svachman. Tonight's second star, Colorado number 87, Neil Turgeon. And tonight's first star, Columbus number 38, Jan Herdina.
From the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson. For EA Sports, goodbye.
See you next time.